Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm answering your questions. And the questions are how to deal with illnesses naturally. We're going to be talking about blood pressure, tinnitus, and some other issues as well. So I hope that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel and to all of the different platforms where we are sharing this information, because it is always my desire to, one, answer your questions, but most importantly to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And that is always the ultimate answer, and how we can just seek Him for our answers. So today's questions are about blood pressure, autoimmune issues, and tinnitus. Let's go ahead and get started. Yet I almost forgot to tell you, stay tuned to the end of this video, because so many people leave reviews of my books either on Amazon or our website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and I draw from those names of people who leave a review and I give you a free gift. So stay tuned to the very end of this video, and I'm going to share with you a gift that you're really going to love. So pay attention and stay tuned to the end. Question number 1, how do we drop blood pressure naturally? This was submitted by Siham. When it comes to blood pressure, the first system in the body is not the heart, it's actually the kidneys. We have to make sure that you are drinking an appropriate amount of purified liquids. Second of all, it's minerals, and these need to always be in balance. Salt has never been the enemy. Processed foods are the enemy. When we eat a diet that is Mediterranean style, which focuses on whole vegetables, some fruits, and some meat, occasionally wild-caught fish, nuts, whole grains that you mill yourself, this leads to a high-fiber diet, a healthy cleansing diet for the entire body, including the kidneys and the lymphatic system. And this diet leads to a natural lowering of blood pressure. Exercise is daily necessity, but doesn't have to be overly strenuous, just 20 minutes of exercise, and we never miss a single day. Supplement with CoQ10, omegas, magnesium, calcium, and check your vitamin D, and make sure you're on a good multivitamin. If you really follow the principles that I teach, your blood pressure is going to come down naturally. A question was submitted, do you have advice for autoimmune disease? Yes, I just did an incredible interview with Lisa Higbee about her autoimmune recovery. She was on multiple medications, spending thousands of dollars a month, and not until she healed her gut did the recovery begin. And actually within 10 days, she was able to move her hands again. The microbiome is key to this healing effect. The leaky gut, which is an unhealthy microbiome, it leads to the beginning stages of all autoimmune problems. So start in with adding pre, pro, and phytobiotics. I'll put a link to Mentobiotics, which Lisa used below in the show notes, so that you can check that out for yourself. And then only eat foods that are going to create an environment for healthy bacteria to thrive. This is going to lead to healing of the leaky gut, and over the next 6 to 9 months, you're going to feel so much better. But then never quit. It can take years to overcome some health challenges, or it can take a few days. And those who quit feeding their body like a royal heritage that the scriptures describes, then they succumb to other health challenges. So yes, this is a remedy to fix it, but it's also the prescription how you should eat the rest of your life. It's not just, we have very much a pill mentality. Take this pill for 10 days, you're overcome it, and then you can go back to your unhealthy lifestyle. That never works. What I'm teaching you is how to live a healthy life every day and not keep going back into, well, I'm sick again. That's my answer for you. A question was asked about tinnitus. How do I overcome tinnitus? Submitted by Celia. Well, with tinnitus, it's best to see the doctor really to learn what's causing this ringing or buzzing or roaring sound, because sometimes there can be a brain tumor that can be the main problem. Now, a healthy diet, number 1, no processed foods, no lab experiments is a must. If you're like, what's a lab experiment? Stay tuned to these videos. Everything I'm teaching you through my emails and the videos, we need to have you subscribe so I can keep teaching you more and more. A lab experiment is any food that man has messed with, man has manipulated or tried to create in a lab. So when man discovers all of the good nutrition that is put into different foods, he then isolates it, and then many times it's isolated by heavy gases, high temperatures, to pull the extracts out and then put into a new synthetic food, and then they can put it on the label saying, hey, look what we just came up with, something to heal your body. No, God gave us the healing effect in His foods. So when we eat His foods, we get the healing effect naturally instead of when man messes with it, which is what I call a lab experiment. So we have to be very careful of what foods we take in. So no processed foods and no lab experiments. We're also going to need to consider some supplements. Zinc and B12 are the best for this. And B12, you have to take that daily and again forever, because it has to develop in your body, and you can be B12 deficient but not know it for several years. And other times we need to add herbs such as ginkgo biloba. Always recognize every meal is an opportunity to feed your body foods that heal. Always remember, every meal is an opportunity to feed your body foods that are just going to lead to sickness. So tinnitus, number one, get checked by your doctor. Make sure there's nothing else going on in the brain or in the ear canals, any of those areas. Just see if you have vertigo, there's many natural ways to overcome vertigo. I've used them and they work. And then eat right, no lab experiments, supplement wisely, and always make sure you're on a good multivitamin. And let me just share one more thing that's a really good option for you to add in, and that's acupuncture. It seems to work really well for tinnitus. A question was submitted: if you can't eat butter due to having had a triple bypass, can you replace that with ground flaxseed for the oil? This is submitted by Susie. If you're using ground flaxseed for baking, then sure, this will definitely be a good replacement. Butter and fats similar to butters pretty much are not really necessary in a healthy diet. I can saute vegetables in water or broth. I can use applesauce in my baked goods for oil. So butter is really not a necessary requirement for you to be healthy. I would just say if you can't have it, forget it. Try something else. Try new flavors for sauteing or baking, and you're so going to love this. Thank you for letting me share with you the answers to these questions. If you say, hey, I would like to get my question answered, just send an email to info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com. You can also join us on our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy, and then as you join, we're going to say, what questions would you like to have answered? I so enjoy visiting with people there on that Facebook page. Now, I promised you a winner, and yes, today we have a winner, and today the winner is Kathy. So Kathy is going to get my favorite protein, the GBX protein, because it's all about healing the gut microbiome, and this is the protein I use to help do that. So thank you everyone for submitting your reviews and also for submitting your questions. It is my joy, my honor, and such a blessing to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. It is finally here, my latest book, and this is such a treasure. I am so excited about this book, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Why these 7 foods? Does it really matter? Why didn't he choose broccoli? You know how I teach about that. But no, these 7 foods are so specific. God had a purpose for each one of these foods to be a lesson for us to learn from. The way he shares his love through these 7 foods is incredible. Not only how nutritious they are for us, but how delicious they are for us and how spiritually encouraging they are for us. I can't wait for you to get your hands on my new book, 7 Foods of the Promised Land. Be sure and check out any of your retailers. It's available everywhere, even on my website. And while you check it out and read this book and enjoy it, be sure and leave a review on Amazon or our website. I'm going to be doing some fun giveaways for people who leave a review. Thanks for watching, and I really want you to check out 7 Foods of the Promised Land.